Ever heard of a sci-fi show so good, so unique, that its cancellation feels like a personal betrayal? That's Now and Again, a 90s gem that dared to be both deeply thought-provoking and outrageously funny. It's a show that deserves a second look, even if CBS seemingly gave up on it way too soon. While the name Now and Again might not immediately ring bells when discussing iconic 90s sci-fi, its short-lived run on CBS, despite a respectable 6.3 million viewers, hints at a deeper story. Canceled after just one season, it became another casualty of network television, a show axed before its time. But in its cancellation, it indirectly contributed to the rise of the complex, dystopian worlds we now see in series like The OA and Altered Carbon. Now and Again, in its 22 episodes, grappled with classic sci-fi themes, the ethics of consciousness transfer, a concept chillingly explored in the video game Soma, and the dangers of unchecked technological advancement, specifically the risk of technology overriding human emotion. Now, you might expect a show dealing with such heavy themes to be a grim, gritty drama. But here's where it gets controversial. Now and Again is anything but. The premise is wild. Michael Wiseman, played by John Goodman, an ordinary middle-aged insurance agent, tragically dies after falling onto a subway platform in Manhattan. Simultaneously, a top-secret government agency is trying to create the ultimate espionage agent, facing one major hurdle: the human brain. In a bizarre twist, they decide to use Michael's brain to power a superhuman artificially created body, played by Eric Close, known for Suits. Michael is thrust into dangerous missions, forced to work for the government against his will, and forbidden from ever contacting his family again. The situation is inherently tragic, but this is the part most people miss. The show embraces a surprisingly lighthearted and humorous tone. Is this a recipe for disaster, or does it actually work? CBS had already tasted success with The Twilight Zone, a genre-defining anthology series that used twist endings and layered parables to explore a wide range of subjects, including pressing social issues. So when Now and Again debuted in 1999, expectations weren't necessarily focused on groundbreaking innovation, but rather on traditional metrics like viewership and ratings. However, the show's hefty per-episode cost, $2.4 million, proved unsustainable for CBS, leading to its premature cancellation. It's a shame, because the first season offers a unique blend of genres and narrative surprises that deserve far more recognition than they currently receive. It's one thing to inject humor into a high-concept sci-fi premise, but Now and Again goes further. It gleefully breaks conventions by having characters spontaneously burst into song. Yes, you might witness Michael and lead scientist Theodore Morris, played by the iconic Dennis Haysbert, belting out tunes. But these moments don't undermine the more serious drama or action thriller elements, which in some ways echo the espionage thrills of another CBS classic, Mission Impossible. Moreover, the series avoids the predictable case-of-the-week format, opting for a more expansive, serialized narrative that allows stakes to develop organically. And let's not forget the romance element. Michael deeply yearns for his wife, Lisa, Margaret Collin, even after being granted a new, physically superior body and a completely different life. The show explores the enduring power of love and connection, even in the face of extraordinary circumstances. Of course, Now and Again isn't afraid to get dark when necessary. There are genuinely terrifying moments, such as when Michael has to thwart a cult using technology to explode people, or when he's tasked with capturing a madman injecting neurotoxin into eggs. This masterful tonal balancing act is what gives Now and Again its unique edge, with its bizarre humor and genuine thematic sincerity, acting as the perfect complement to each other. So, what do you think? Was Now and Again truly ahead of its time, a victim of network pressures, Or was its blend of humor and sci-fi simply too unconventional for mainstream audiences? And could a show like this even succeed today in our current media landscape? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.